the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
Off play action. Colbert. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, Raymond. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Packers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Colbert. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
They run the counter. Raymond. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Looking to throw. Colbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Straight ahead running, here's Samuels. And the good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
From the gun on 3rd down. Colbert, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the bootleg. Simmons. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards chance to pick up the first.
On third down, Simmons, flush to his right, complete, Smith has it. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. Blankenship's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there.
His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
On first down, Colbert. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Up the middle they go. Raymond. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, Colbert, and Watson has it right side. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Touchdown, Packers! From 4 yards out.
And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand we're
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop it.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And now a hook up downfield on second down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Simmons. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Simmons. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, ready?
Operating from the gun. Simmons. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Simmons. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Devontae Smith, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Throwing on first down. Simmons. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Simmons. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st down, Simmons. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Colbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Ready? Pioneer! Track 60!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up again. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Raymond. And some room to roam now.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Ginn has it complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Throwing on first down. Simmons. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Colbert caught on the left side by Ginn. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st and 10, Simmons. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st down, Raymond. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Colbert. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know that.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that,
fighting for the end zone, he lost the football. It's out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on second down, Colbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on third down, Colbert. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard